Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It is me, your girl BrittReacts, and you know what? If you ask, ye shall receive. You guys were blowing up my Angry Cops comments about the DNN channel, the DNN network, the DNN. And so here we are. I went to the most recent one, and this one is about the historic Mexican ship crashing into the Brooklyn Bridge. Over to you, Rich. A word from our sponsors. In all seriousness, guys, I want to tell you about an app that has just launched and is doing really important work. As you know, I advocate for staying informed, getting informed, and just being educated on everything that is going on in our world, in our streets, in our communities, in our schools, and so on and so forth. And with that, I want to introduce you to Informed Elect. If you're looking for an easier way to stay connected with your community, this app will bring everything local right to your fingertips. With an easy-to-use, user-friendly interface, Informed Elect helps you find, create, and manage things like events, volunteer opportunities, and even petitions, all in just a few taps. There are even opportunities to be rewarded for staying engaged and involved in your community. And I'm talking cash, moolah, Benjamin prizes, okay, friends? And when it's time to learn about local leaders and elections in your community, Informed Elect makes it so easy and so simple for you to figure out who these people are and what they stand for and what that means to you. So download Informed Elect today and discover a smarter, more rewarding way to connect with your community, get involved, get rewarded, get informed, and you might just see a familiar face inside the app giving you a tour. I'll see you there. It's so legit. I can't. It's so legit. It's so legit.
This is DNN, Donut News Network. I'm your host, AC. And today's top story is a Mexican sailing ship has crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge. And on scene is our infield correspondent, AC. AC, are you there?
AC
yes, AC. While watching Mexicans swim to American soil may be commonplace at the southern border, it is a sight to behold here in New York City. Because earlier today, a Mexican naval vessel called the Cuauhtémoc, because a Spanish ship crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge. And what was the ship's purpose for docking in New York City? Well, officially, it was on a goodwill tour to many nations, and its next stop was Iceland. But by the way the ship's captain was steering that vessel, I feel like this was more of a cruise to distribute more Mexican fentanyl to American cities. And
okay. My only question about this is, why did the boat look like something out of, like, It's a Small World? Pirates of the Caribbean. Peter Pan, if you will. Why? Why? Please answer that question for us, AC.
like this was more of a cruise to distribute more Mexican fentanyl to American cities. And you can bet we'll be tracking the uptick in overdose deaths as the Cuauhtémoc visits many more nations and cities. And is there any word from New York City's Mayor Adams or the New York City Police Department? Borders Czar Tom Homan has stopped by to say that he will deport all of their Mexican asses, regardless of if they were on the ship or not. Well, that sounded mildly racist. My God, if my old team sergeant could have been here, he'd have been in heaven. Raining tortas! Not talking about the sandwiches, talking about thick Latinas. Ugh, I do not feel like you should have said that. Did anybody else find it ironic?
I just think that what time of day and what is in his cup when he's writing these segments? Because this is too much.
Ugh, I do not feel like you should have said that. Did anybody else find it ironic that they're dangling from this thing like a piñata? DNN will be back after a quick commercial break. Have you ever wondered how scammers get your phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam? Well, because there are companies out there called data brokers that buy and sell your personal data. And they're selling it to hackers, businesses, governments. And although they have to remove your information when you ask, they make it complicated. But not with Aura, because they take care of the hard part and automatically have your information removed from those sites. And they keep it off. Aura is all-in-one digital security.
I think Rich may be in the wrong field. I fear he should be like, well, he is acting here, and I'm sure he's making loads of money on his YouTube channel, so never mind. I just want to meet him on the streets of Buffalo. How can we make this happen? The shirt is ridiculous. Banging and slanging, Iraq. Like, what? I can't.
Now, you might already have some components of security, but Aura's got it all. There's no point in locking the front door if the back door is wide open. Let Aura guard your back door. Get alerts when your information's on the dark web, and real-time alerts for credit and banking. 24/7 monitoring to keep your identity secure. With a secure VPN, antivirus, and password manager, plus more, Aura has US-based support. Available around the clock if something ever goes wrong. Try Aura for 14 days for free at aura.com/angrycops in the link and the description below. And in those 2 weeks, you'll discover just how much of your data is being exposed. Once again, that's aura.com/angrycops for your 14-day free trial. I'm not leaving myself vulnerable, and you shouldn't either. And we're back with a word from our producer stating that we can no longer make any more racial off-color comments.
Okay.
AC, can you fill us in on what's going on? The moment that ship touched U.S. waters, this Texas Ranger has been on the job. Sir, would you like to introduce yourself? Well, of course. I'm Ranger Rick, Texas Ranger. And it is a shame what these people have done to that beautiful piece of historic architecture, the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, you've said off camera that you've had experience with scenarios just like this.
The ocean waves in the back. The editing, the writing, the acting. Give this man the award he deserves. The whole team. Bravo. It's the best thing on YouTube right now. Are you joking? How is the Brooklyn Bridge after this? Are we all right? Are we all right?
Oh yeah, I responded to hundreds, if not thousands of incidents where the citizens of Mexico have crashed recklessly into a whole bunch of things in the United States.
A whole bunch of things.
Usually it is, however, with an automobile. And are there any similarities between those accidents and the shipwreck that we see here today? Oh yeah. First thing I noticed was that ship right there, all right, it has no registration. Okay, and if it's got no registration, you can bet they're driving without insurance. And when I brought up insurance, all right, just the word, they threw their hands up and said, no habla inglés. Par for the course. And to get the trifecta, once I asked the captain for his license suspended, and before I even got to the captain's quarters, I swear I saw a half dozen members of the crew just kicking Tecate bottles and Modelos off the side of the deck, looking at me like I wasn't watching them do it. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. No need to thank me.
I'm done.
I did single-handedly rustle up all of the crew that had gone overboard, so they are all accounted for. And I'm sure everybody was grateful for that. Yeah, well, no. But yeah, it did take longer than expected, but that was because I kept accidentally grabbing some Puerto Ricans that were there on the pier and mistaking them for Mexicans. Well, I'm sure they didn't appreciate that. Well, it ain't my fault you can't tell the difference between them, and that they think there's a difference. Oh my God. AC, back to you. Go home. Well, that's all that we have tonight. Thank you for tuning into DNN, and remember, we'll see you next time, weirdos. AC, we do have the captain here. Hola. See me, Capitan. Sir, would you say that your crew has gotten a taste of reality when it comes to the seriousness of this situation?
No, there's no seriousness.
Yes, a dose of reality. Thank you.
No, dos. Two people die.
I need to process. I feel like I need to process. So I'm going to go do that. And whilst I'm doing that, you, and all of you, I mean, that asked me to react to this, go and have the day that you deserve. Bye.